Welcome back to our channel. Today we have some exciting new announcements for you. Let me first introduce to you guys the AB Night Vision RPNVG, or Ruggedized Panning Night Vision Goggle. Side by side, I do have the current AB Night Vision RMVG. Today we're going to be discussing some comparisons, some differences, and kind of why I am going to be switching from the RMVG to the RPNVG and kind of why it makes sense. So first and foremost, you can see the bridge is elongated from the RNVG to the RPNVG. This is going to allow you from the standard 40 field of view up to the RPNVG's 65 field of view. We're going to get into panning options later on in this video and kind of compare those briefly for you. But let's dive into the RPNVG and kind of some of those new features that I was discussing. So side by side, some features that it does retain is going to be the external Lima port adapter. So with the RPNVG, you're still going to maintain the capability to run the current AB Night Vision ground optimized battery pack. So those are cost effective when compared to some other battery pack options, and I think if you do want to run a battery pack, it's probably one of the better options on the market. Some next features that we're going to talk about in comparison is going to be the IPD adjustment. So on the current RMVG, you have a spindle knob to adjust the IPD. On the RPNVG, we have a drastic upgrade. So to adjust the RPNVG's IPD, it has two buttons in the front of the pod. You're going to be able to depress these and move it side to side to adjust for your IPD. So this is fully in and this is going to be fully out. It's just that simple. So some next differences that I want to discuss is really going to be kind of this thing that slaps you in the face. The rotary switch to the push button. So a lot of antiquated technologies, a lot of antiquated units, they use the tried and true rotary switch, but a lot of optimization and modernization is switching towards push buttons. So what AB Night Vision did was they slimmed the bridge down some to encompass the push button design. So on your left you have a on-off, on the right of that you have the IR. It's very simple to use, very user-friendly in terms of haptic feedback. Moving on to the next feature change, really one that's subtle but a huge benefit in my opinion, is going to be the relocated retention point on the housing. So on the RMVG, there's nothing wrong with where the location is, but we move it up, or I should say AB Night Vision moves it up in the RPNVG. What this is going to allow you to do is anybody who has those bungees on your helmet already, the distance and length of those bungees now is a little bit short, and on some units you'll notice that it's pretty tight. What relocation of this allows you to do is really just use those standard bungees in a more comfortable configuration. So we've kind of gone over some of the differences and similarities of the RMVG. Let's talk about what makes the RPNVG that much more special. So when we're talking about panning night vision devices, what does that inherently mean? So the RMVG is a 70-75 fixed bridge aluminum housing. While the RPNVG is still 70-75 aluminum, you have both fixed bridge and the capability to pan. So when we're discussing panning night vision, you have a couple options on the market right now. Currently, you have the RPNVG, which is available for pre-order on our website. You also have the Pano Bridge Mark I and Mark II. What are the differences in this configuration and this model versus some of the other panning options? Well, this one, unlike the Pano Bridge, this limits you to 65 field of view, where the Pano Bridge allows you 75 degrees field of view from your standard 40, I might add. The major difference in what I've experienced and what a lot of others have experienced is going to be if you limit the field of view while still maintaining the capability of wide field of view, you decrease the possibility of having a 12 o'clock dead space. What a lot of people don't inherently notice, or if they haven't inherently used any panning night vision, whether the RPNVG, the Pano Bridge, or maybe some DIY setup, is once you increase past a certain point of field of view, you're increasing your 12 o'clock dead space. So what that inhibits is really your ability to see. you're going to increase your field of view widely. So for scanning or interior work, it's a big positive. But if you kill your 12 o'clock, it's not really great. So the RPNVG really enables you to just have that increase that you need while not going past a certain point. And I think 65 degrees field of view is kind of that happy point where you're not overextending your vision in terms of losing any capability at your direct 12 o'clock, but you're still enabling you and all end users to have that peripheral that the RPNVG is able to give you. So if you guys have any questions about the RPNVG, how it compares to the RNVG or any other products we have, drop us a line, shoot us an email. Our live chat's always open, and we're here to help. As always, stay nocturnal.